That's a good girl. Alepa. That's a very good girl, mamita. It's over there, dude. All right. I'm really excited about this one. Honestly, it's been almost 3 years that I've been on the road now, which is absolutely crazy to even say out loud. So I want to kind of catch you guys up and tell you about how I even got here. Because this was truly just supposed to be a summer road trip. No intentions of truly living out of this van for the past, almost 3 years. So let me catch you guys up. And this is for YouTube. So I know we got time. So I'm gonna give you guys the long story. So get comfy. We're about to get into it. All right. So I have to go back to 2014, 13. Me and one of my best friends, Alan. His name's also Alan. Fucking amazing. Um, we decided to do summer, not summer, it was fall, but it was a road trip that we decided to do. We flew from Miami to Seattle, rented an RV, like 30-foot RV for like 8 people. It was literally just me and him. And we set off to explore the northwest of the United States. We were both born in Venezuela, grew up in Miami. So we knew absolutely nothing about that whole side of the country. And we're like, let's send it. We're both photographers. He's not anymore, but he does appreciate photography. So we just rented an RV, packed all our gear, and just set off to explore the northwest of the United States for about 10, 12 days. And it was just the most magical thing ever. I mean, just getting lost in nature. We had an itinerary, but once we got there, just like aimlessly roaming around gave me such a sense of freedom that I remember getting back to work in Miami, and it almost felt like there's got to be something more to life than this, you know. I did not feel like recharged or like ready to get to work. I felt almost as if what I just came from should be my work in my daily life, if that makes sense. Um, so that was definitely the beginning of my love for nature and exploring. Before then, I was really not too much into nature, really. So that has to be the trip that really sparked that interest in like, what else is out there? You know what I mean? Like, maybe there's more to life than just what I was accustomed to in Miami. But as life is, work, relationships, whatever it was, I stayed in Miami. I was there probably for the next 6 years or so. And then one of my good friends, um, he was doing van life. Actually, my best friend in the fucking world, Carlos, his older brother, he was doing van life. And it was so inspiring. Like, I would see this guy on Instagram just post about his travels in the van. He would skydive, dive, run. I mean, you name it, anything he would do. Just so inspiring, like living life to the absolute fullest. And he definitely kind of like re-sparked that joy in me, of like going exploring, and not only that, but believing that it's actually possible. I feel like until somebody in your close circle is successful in what you want to do, it's kind of hard to believe it. At least I struggle with that. So he very much made me believe that it was possible. I mean, he was doing it. He was living between Colorado and Utah, living in one van. He wanted to rent out this one and just absolutely living the dream. I remember going to visit him, and he was building this van right here. and we crashed in this. It wasn't even built yet. It literally only had the bed. That's about it. And in this van, we explored all over Utah. Him, his brother Carlos, his father Gilberto, and me. Four of us, grown ass men, all in this van, exploring all over Utah. And it was like, are you kidding me? Like, talk about how simple, you know? I literally slept on the floor of the van. I would sleep on the floor. Carlos and Gilberto would sleep on the bed in the back. And then Danny would hang a hammock and sleep in a hammock. And it was just such an adventure. Seeing him thrive and just be absolutely in the now wherever we went and just exploring, it was the most inspiring thing ever. Um, so at that point, I was definitely set on like, okay, that's definitely where I'm trying to go towards too. Like maybe before that, I was ready to like settle down in Miami and go that route. And don't get me wrong, I'm still down to settle down when the time comes. But he definitely made it clear that that's the way that I wanted to live my life. And it's just, yeah, the most inspiring thing ever. Um, so much love for him for that, because yeah, it truly sparked something inside of me that nobody else had before. So fast forward, that was 2021. Fast forward to 2022, and me and Carlos were living in Miami at this house called Villa Palma. Shout out to Kevin. He really made that house into what it was, a nice creative house for all the homies in Miami. But we were living at that time. Unfortunately, Danny passed away, and Carlos and his brothers went to pick up the vans, brought them back down to Miami. Fucking love that guy, man. Truly, truly would not be out here if it wasn't for him. But yeah, Carlos and his brothers drove down the vans from Colorado, Utah, which is where he had them. And then the time came for us to move out of Villa Palma. And so we had both the vans in parked at the house. Carly was renting one of them since it was fully built out on outdoorsy, and he was making money from that. But the other one wasn't fully built out, so it was kind of just standing there. He wanted to get rid of it. And when the time came for us to move out of Villa Palma, we then started looking at other places to live, other apartments in Miami, and truly nothing made sense. This was 2022, so at the time the prices were just unreal. And so we're in his room looking at Zillow or whatever, at the apartments and stuff, and I just look out the window from his room. I see the two vans, and then I look at him, and I'm like, I almost didn't even have to say it, but as soon as I said it, I was like, dude, what if we just hop in the vans and go explore? Carly's response was, bro, I was literally thinking that. And I knew he was, because he's literally the same person as me. And so that's what we did. We literally hopped in the van and just started exploring the country. We literally just sent it out. No plan, no route. Let's just go, explore, live in the now, be present. And that's exactly what we did. And it was the most magical summer ever. That summer, we really explored every single corner of the country, except the East Coast. Low key, we don't give the East Coast too much love. We just straight up shoot west right away. But once we hit Colorado, that's when we slow down and just really start taking our time. But that summer, we really explored everywhere, California and back. And once we got back, it felt like we did a trip to the local park. Not even kidding. Like the joy and thrill and excitement that we felt being out on the road was unmatched. And so when we got back, we were like, all right, that was fun and all, but let's go on a real adventure. You know what I'm saying? That's just how me and Carly are. Like, just let's push it. And so he looks up what's the longest road trip you could do in America, and we find out it's Key West, the southernmost point of the United States, to Prudhoe Bay, Alaska, the northernmost point of the United States. And so we sent it, like, done. Obviously, we're doing it. So we packed our bags, and next summer, not even summer, like April, we sent it out. And that was truly just, oh my God, this is absolutely one of the most beautiful countries in the world, hands down, especially Alaska. If you ever have the opportunity to go to Alaska, please go. Just, it'll blow your mind. We did 4 months zigzagging all over the United States, through Canada, into Alaska. And yeah, 4 months and 14,000 miles later, 14,000 miles later, we got to Prudhoe Bay, Alaska. Jumped in the Arctic Ocean, hopped in the vans, sent it back to Miami. Round trip ended up being, I don't know how many miles, but like 7 months on the road. And once we got back from that, it was like, okay, this is now my lifestyle. I love Miami. I love my family. I love my friends. Definitely do, for real. Miss all of you. But this is home. Out here, this is home for me, undoubtedly. And I've never been so sure, you know. At first, I would always kind of like go back to Miami, and like that'd be my home safe space. But this is now my home and my safe space. It's truly incredible how much this lifestyle has impacted me, in my way of being, how I present myself, how I interact with people, with the world, with our nature. And it's truly my goal to inspire, even if it's just one person out there, to just get out there, go explore, you know, put your feet on the ground. I don't know. It's truly about the simple things. That's what this life has taught me. As long as you live in the now, stay present, that's really all we have at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So I'll leave you guys with that. I'm truly excited to keep sharing my adventures and my journey with you guys. So stick around, and definitely more adventures to come. Peace.